what first brought you to SAMS?
So I wasn't really your normal student. I didn't always want to do science and all that. I started off doing graphic design, and I did it in Glasgow for a year, and then I realised it wasn't for me. And instead I took an online test that it basically told me that something in marine-based science would be good for me, and applied to SAMS and they accepted me. So.
Fantastic. And what have you taken from your 4 years here? What would be a highlight for you?
Highlight. There's been a lot. There's been many. We've done so many different things. We've gone out in boats, had opportunities to go on cruises up and down Mid-Atlantic Ridge. We've just done a lot of science. The ability to even work in a lab. A lot of students don't really get that on this kind of professional level. But yeah, I've learned a lot, and I guess that's the most I've taken away.
And what have you been looking at in your 4th year? What have you been studying?
Yes, so for my thesis, I've been investigating bioprospecting between 2 different locations. And
can you explain what that is for us?
Yeah, bioprospecting. Yeah, it's just when you go into an environment and you investigate the products that organisms produce, and then you can utilise that for your own gain.
Was there a particular reason that you looked at this topic?
Yeah, so antibiotic resistance is quite big, and it's not been in the news so much, but it is a very big issue. And as bacteria start to become more and more resistant to the antibiotics that we're giving ourselves to kill them off, we're actually becoming more susceptible to infections. And yeah, so it's a big issue, and a lot of people are.
And what have you found during your research?
So yeah, I've been investigating the products that have been produced by 2 locations by the organisms, and what I've found is that location is very important. And for example, if you have an organism in Antarctica and one in Scotland, which are the 2 locations I'm looking at, they can produce totally different products, which is why we need to go to a lot of different locations if we want to get a good diversity of compounds that could kill off.
And what's the results of your research, your own research?
I've found myself about 3,500 compounds that could potentially have some kind of antibiotic uses, but I won't be able to look into that. My supervisors will be.
Fantastic. And what's next for Kevin Purves once you finish up here?
I have been accepted to do a PhD in Plymouth, so I will be moving down there come October.
Fantastic. Thanks very much.
Thank you.